if we can do something to support innovation.
Hi pawb, gobeithio bod chi gyd yn iawn. Hi everyone, it's great to meet you all. Really looking forward to the hack today. Really excited. I'm Gwen Llian Owen. I look after innovation and commercialization here at M-SParc. So looking at the business element of today's hack. And of course, I watch a lot of football. It's on in the corner at the house. So it's always on. Always a means of finding a game sometime, somewhere. So I'm really looking forward to this now. So I have learned a bit about it over the last few years. So really looking forward and excited to hear what you've got to share with us.
Diolch yn fawr. Does anybody have any questions before we begin today?
Are you going to be streaming the slide decks, or are we going to be doing it?
You stream, share your screen, and Ewan is doing his best to capture the screen and your webcam for when you're pitching.
Okay, I'll see if that works now. Well, see if I've got it available to stream.
Yeah.
Add on, if my Wi-Fi goes down, which I'm starting to think it might go down, is it okay if Ben takes over? Because Ben is on the call and we're doing the idea is a collab between the two of us. Can Ben take over?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Ben, would you be happy with that? Sorry to put you on the spot.
Yeah, there's no problem. I'll do my best.
Is the stream good to go, Ewan, for host? Okay, might as well make a start, since we're already live on YouTube. So I will hand over to Neil, first of all, from Brandified, with the first pitch of the Football Hackathon. Thank you very much, Neil.
Can you see my screen?
Yep, perfect.
Sorry. I thought I'll go back to that. So today I'm here to introduce an idea called Pass, an app called Pass, which would be an engagement platform that rewards participation, strengthens community bonds, and provides valuable insights into football across Wales. So a bit of my background, I design and develop apps for a living. I've been doing that for 15 years, officially 15 years. We collaborate with local authorities, language initiatives, and global companies to design, create, and develop innovative and exciting apps. So the challenge of this hack, so grassroots football lacks consistent digital data on attendance frequency, gender and age categories, and relies too heavily on manual capture. So onboarding and adoption can be challenging as well. So our game plan is Pass, so a participation and loyalty app for Welsh football, so a digital card. Players and fans check in geographically at training, matches, even if they're going just for a kickabout. There's an example of the app on the right-hand side there. They'd be able to climb leaderboards, redeem rewards via FA Cymru, and then every check-in generates verified participation data. So the aims of the whole app would be to boost participation in grassroots football, gather valuable national participation data, incentivise sustained engagement, and then build a sense of community and shared purpose around Welsh football. And then obviously all of this would provide the automated and structured data for Cymru Football Foundation. And then, so it's all about data collection, many ways we can do it. And then, so we would collate all that data in and then, so like I mentioned earlier, they would users would earn points for attendance, and then they'd redeem these through partners, have access to ticket ballots, and be able to spend them with local communities. And then we could include optional feedback as well, so we could allow fans and players to rate players, rate the refs, and then rate, and we could capture what the weather was like on the day as well, because that could be valuable in the bigger scheme of things of why players might not be attending and stuff. So the other side is the rewards. So data, nobody wants to share data. I don't like sharing data, but if there's an incentive at the end of it, then I'm more likely to share my data. So the incentive on this would be, or the trade-off would be, that you would, we could feature FA Cymru partners. So any discounts that they could offer, we could stick those in the app just as an incentive. And then also just a big part of it would be being able to give back to the local community. So we could work with local, across Wales now, work with local, the local community, so we could offer rewards in cafes, pubs, restaurants, independent shops and stuff. So that'd be an important aspect of it as well. Bonus features could be, so if you're a high points earner, you could get spaces for ballot spots in Cymru matches. So there might be a England Cymru game coming up, and then you'd want to be able to, you could get a spot on those. So that'd be a big sort of points sort of tier thing. And then something that could be rare is a personalized video from a well-known football player or something. So if we know you're a very high points earner, and maybe you're turning 50, or you might be turning 10 years old, we could potentially get someone to send a video just to say, and then that would create buzz on social media then, because it could be shared, it could be watermarked with all the past branding on it as well. So the leaderboard, this is the competitive side of it. So you can compete with your friends, teammates, and so on, just to see where everyone's, who's checked in the most, who's going to most games, kickabouts, training, and all that kind of stuff. So just gamifying the experience, which hopefully would promote retained and active users. And then, yeah. And then we would stretch this out to being a fan pass as well. So we'd allow fans to get in on the action. So get that family engagement data as well. So reasons for attending, who they're attending with, their children, their grandfather, and what they thought of the match again. So the pitch condition, referees, all that kind of stuff, all valuable data that we could put into the mix. Back into integration again. So we'd utilize Comment API rather than reinvent the wheel. And then we'd create a site on our end to manage all the data and the users. Everything would be GDPR safe, and then we'd build an insight engine which is map driven, so you'd be able to see everything, all the data and stuff on maps, heat maps filtered by age. You could see clusters of where football is being played, not being played, which genders, which demographics, and everything. And then what we'd do as well is we'd build an AI bot called Drag, which would turn that attendance participation data into smart insights. So it would convert it into actionable insights, basically. It would identify trends, help Cymru Football Foundation understand participation, and it would also remove the need for manual reports, which would take a long time just to collate all the data that we would be collecting and things. So AI would make it much easier. So examples of insights would be stuff like attendance consistency. It could tell us Team C has the highest attendance consistency in Gwynedd at 87%, despite having fewer players than average. Another example, ethnicity participation patterns. So teams in Swansea with diverse ethnic backgrounds show 23% higher retention. So we could get all that data from the entries that go in on a weekly, daily, weekly, monthly basis. And we've also been scouting, so we've lined up a team to pilot this idea. We've been talking to 3 teams, and then Porthmadog said yes straight away as well. And they'd love to be able to trial this if we are successful today. They've got 200 youth team players in the youth teams as well, so that's a big number to test for the youth. And then they've also got the first team and second team as well. So it'd be myself leading the project. I'm a design. I lead projects. I design. I do marketing, PR. And then Sam would develop the actual backend, the apps, and everything that goes with it. And then our substitutes would be M-SParc, which has a fantastic ecosystem. We could tap into different companies there. And then Business Wales always on hand in M-SParc as well, and then hopefully students in Bangor University as well. So today it would be amazing if we get the 50k, just to make it a reality. That would be all the features, and then also potential shared IP option, so that the licensing, so you could license it to other sports and nations as well. So you could sort of monetize it yourselves as a Cymru Football Foundation. And then another option would be slimming it down a bit, maybe no AI, but it would give an opportunity to another person that's pitching today to get in on the action as well. And then there's the cheaper option as well, the James Milner option, which is the 20k one, which research and spec only, but we'd work out how we could create an MVP in the future with you, and pass on the idea basically for future development. Timescales, Q1, we would start scoping everything, integrate with Comment API, and then start designing properly. We have designed a lot of screens already just for this pitch, but obviously there's 1,000 more to do. But we'd start that properly, and then we'd go on to MVP build in Q2, and then Q3 we would actually roll out. So it would all be doable in the next year if we did get the backing. And then future work and scalability. We would look to roll out across all Wales regions, so not just keep it local, test it first and then we'd roll it out. Hopefully add club admin tools and coach dashboards so they can see all the data as well, and then expand to other nations through licensing, like I explained, and then maybe apply the models to other sports like rugby or something. And yeah, that's pass. And diolch yn fawr. I have no idea how long that took, but that's the general idea of pass.
Well, thank you very much, Neil. I'll pass over to Gwen Llian first of all, if you have any questions.
Diolch, Neil. Mae hwnna'n ddiddorol ofnadwy. Eisiau rili enjoy fo. Diolch. Lot am bethau sy'n mynd ymlaen a pa mor faint wedi sbio mewn ddo fo. Gwych. Ti wedi cyfro rhan fwyaf o'r cwestiynau, ni wedi jotio lawr yma. Ond hefo'r platfform, pa mor fuan fysa beth fel hyn yn medru bod yn barod?
Yeah, so oedden ni'n estimated ta 9 mis, so erbyn diwedd Q3 yn 2026, so da ni angen lot. Da ni'n colli mis Rhagfyr beth bynnag efo Dolig a bob mynd ffwrdd, a dyn o flwyddyn newydd ymlaen, so ni'n cychwyn yn iawn. Dyn, ie, ta 9 mis, so ni'n meddwl, o cychwyn i diwedd.
OK, champion. A be am agwedda yn ymwneud efo IP ag ati efo fel? Ti 'di edrych i mewn i hynny o gwbl? So,
Ie, na, does ddim problema. Mae'r trademark ar gael, da ni wedi cofrestru eto nes da ni'n ffeindio allan beth sy'n digwydd heddiw. Da ni wedi cofrestru domain, ond nath ni sylweddoli bod Pastels Cymru ar gael, lle da ni snagio hwnna fyny reit sydyn. So fel IP felly, da ni wedi cychwyn yr ochr yna. O'n i ar workshop IP os o dwytha hefyd yn M-SParc, hwnna'n reit handi. Ond dwi, so ni'n symud eitha reit sydyn ymlaen. Wedyn, o'n i'n dweud fyna, mae'r opsiwn yna o bod ni'n cadw chydig o'r IP a bod ni'n rhannu IP efo
OK,
CCF hefyd, so CF,
Iawn.
sorry.
champion. A wedyn, o ran hwn ti 'di sôn bod chi'n datblygu fo draws Cymru ac yn bellach hefyd, be ydi, t'mod, pa mor bell fysa chi'n medru mynd efo hwn?
Global illa, da
Ie.
ni'n gweld o, mae'n o, nath pawb fel sydd nath Pokemon Go explodio, dwi'n gwybod bod Pokemon Go efo IP mawr, ond mae bob un tîm pêl-droed efo IP hynna a reach i hynna, felly dwi'n meddwl edrych sef o'n stretcho reit sydyn yn hawdd, e.
Gret. Diolch yn
So
fawr iawn i
global
chi.
fysa'r
Global, ie.
Ie, sorry.
Champion.
Ie,
Diolch, Neil.
diolch.
Stephen, do you have any questions?
Yeah, just the one, I think. Really good presentation, and can see a lot of potential for different data sets to be sort of collected as well, and obviously some refinement as you move forward. What I was quite interested in was that sort of balance between the sort of the people participating as part of organised